Seriously now, you didn't think I was going to do a James Bond episode and not make an entrance, did you? Welcome back, agents. Viewers. You've just stumbled into the most dangerously entertaining trivia episode yet, and this time we're diving deep into the world of espionage, martinis, gadgets, and a certain 00 gentleman who's been charming his way across cinema screens for over 6 decades. But don't get too comfortable. This mission comes with layers, 4 levels of increasing difficulty, and then a bonus round with 10 more questions, because no Bond mission is ever that simple. So park your Aston Martin, load up your wit, and just in case you forgot, the name's Mundy. Miranda Mundy.
What is James Bond's official code number? .007. Who played James Bond in the first official EON production? Sean Connery. What is the name of the business MI6 uses as a front? Universal Exports. What rank does James Bond hold in the Royal Navy? Commander. Who is the author and creator of James Bond? Ian Fleming. What is the name of the organization that Bond battles with most? Spectre. What gun is standard issue for Bond? Walther PPK. What actor played Bond the most in the Eon productions? Roger Moore. What is Bond's drink of choice? Vodka martini, shaken, not stirred. How does Bond introduce himself? My name is Bond, James Bond. What is the name of the estate where Bond grew up? Skyfall. What is Bond's superior's code name? M. What is the car Bond is most associated with? Aston Martin DB5. Name the actors who played Bond in the Eon productions. Sean Connery, George Lazenby, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, and Daniel Craig. What is the name of the henchman Bond fights on a train in From Russia with Love? Red Grant. Who is Bond's CIA ally that appears in multiple films? Felix Leiter. In the novel Casino Royale, what card game does Bond play against Le Chiffre? Baccarat. In what film does James Bond go into outer space? Moonraker. What is the name of the secretary that Bond always flirts with? Moneypenny. As a secret agent, what permission is Bond given by MI6? License to kill.
Oh, hello again. Sorry I can't chat at the moment. I'll explain once I'm airborne. It's a long story, but I've just captured the plans to attack Fort Knox. I'm on my way to Q's laboratory. See you there. Welcome to Level 2, Bond Gadgets, where explosions are optional, but style is mandatory. Pay attention now, because these gizmos aren't just flashy props. They've saved Bond's finely tailored suit more times than he's ruined a villain's plans for world domination. Let's see if you've got the tech smarts to keep up.
What is Q's military rank and surname? Major Boothroyd. Name the actor who played Q for most of the Bond film franchise. Desmond Llewellyn. What device does Bond use to escape at the beginning of Thunderball? A jetpack. Q provides Bond with this small device for emergencies underwater in Thunderball. The rebreather. In Diamonds Are Forever, what device did Q create to give him an advantage in the casino? The slot machine ring. In The Spy Who Loved Me, what car does Q give Bond that turns into a submarine? The Lotus Esprit. In Moonraker, what new device does Q give Bond as standard equipment? the wrist dart gun. In Live and Let Die, Bond's new watch has two features. What are they? Magnetic field and buzzsaw. In The Spy Who Loved Me, what device does Bond use to kill a Russian assassin? Ski pole rifle. In Moonraker, what device does Bond use to escape the flame room? Explosive wristwatch. In For Your Eyes Only, Bond and Q use this machine to name an assassin. The identigraph. In Octopussy, Bond secretly arrives via a personal submarine disguised as what? A crocodile. In Goldfinger, what device does Q never joke about for the Aston Martin? The ejector seat. In Diamonds Are Forever, Q provides Bond with this to pose as Peter Franks. A fake fingerprint. In Tomorrow Never Dies, Q gives Bond this device to remote operate his BMW. An Ericsson mobile phone. In The World Is Not Enough, what does Bond use to pursue a female assassin? Q's personal mini jet boat. In Casino Royale, what device inside the glove compartment of Bond's car is used to save his life? A portable defibrillator. In Moonraker, Bond escapes henchmen in Venice using this device. A hovercraft gondola. In The Spy Who Loved Me, Bond rescues Anya with this device sent by Q. The wet bike. What is the most common thing Q says to Bond when explaining new equipment? Now pay attention, 007.
Oh, there you are. Hello. I was just taking a little break between missions here at GoldenEye. Looks like we've got some unwelcome company. Tell you what, meet me at the underground temple. I'll have your next mission ready and waiting for you there. Welcome to Level 3, the Bond Girls. This round isn't just about beauty, it's about brains, bullets, and the odd bikini. 25 questions, one for every official film. You ready? Let's see if you've been paying attention to the ladies of the series, or just the car chases.
Who is the first official Bond girl? Ursula Andress as Honey Rider in Dr. No. This Russian double agent became Bond's second girl. Daniela Bianchi as Tatiana Romanova in From Russia with Love. This Bond girl was a pilot with a most unusual name. Honor Blackman as Pussy Galore in Goldfinger. She was the mistress of a Spectre agent with a killer motorcycle. Claudine Auger as Domino Derval in Thunderball. She married Bond in a mock ceremony. Mie Hama as Kissy Suzuki in You Only Live Twice. This Contessa actually became Mrs. James Bond. Diana Rigg as Contessa Teresa Tracy DiVincenzo in On Her Majesty's Secret Service. A diamond smuggler working for Blofeld. Jill St. John as Tiffany Case in Diamonds Are Forever. This psychic tarot card reader falls for Bond. Jane Seymour as Solitaire in Live and Let Die. This clumsy agent doesn't really help Bond, but she does fall for him. Britt Eklund as Mary Goodnight in The Man with the Golden Gun. This Russian agent known as Triple X plans to kill Bond at the end of their mission. Barbara Bach as Anya Amasova in The Spy Who Loved Me. This scientist was secretly an agent for the CIA. Lois Chiles as Dr. Holly Goodhead in Moonraker. This Bond girl was lethal with a crossbow. Carol Bouquet as Melina Havelock in For Your Eyes Only. This title character was the head of an all-female acrobat team. Maud Adams as Octopussy in the film Octopussy. This American oil heiress helps Bond fight against Max Zorin. Tanya Roberts as Stacy Sutton in A View to a Kill. This amateur assassin attempts to kill Bond, but falls in love with him. Mariam Da'abo as Cara Malovi in The Living Daylights. She was a freelance pilot working for the CIA. Carrie Lowell as Pam Bouvier in License to Kill. A Russian computer scientist working for a Russian space station. Isabella Skorupko as Natalia Simonova in GoldenEye. A Chinese agent on the same mission as Bond. Michelle Yeoh as Wei Lin in Tomorrow Never Dies. She was an American nuclear physicist. Denise Richards as Dr. Christmas Jones in The World Is Not Enough. Like Honey Rider, Bond sees her emerge from the ocean. Halle Berry as Jinx in Die Another Day. This treasury agent helps Bond in a card game. Eva Green as Vesper Lind in Casino Royale. This Bolivian agent teams up with Bond to get revenge. Olga Kurilenko as Camille Montez in Quantum of Solace. She was a victim of villain Silva that Bond could not save. Berenice Marlowe as Severine in Skyfall. She is the daughter of the mysterious Mr. White. Léa Seydoux as Madeleine Swan in Spectre. Bond discovers Madeleine has a daughter who's his. What is her name? Lisa Dora Sonnet as Matilda Swan in No Time to Die.
Welcome back. Looks like you know your Bond girls quite well. Good show. Unfortunately, we can't stay, as it seems like we're being watched. Uh-oh. Looks like trouble. Quick, follow me. We made it. However, we're not out of the woods just yet. As you can see behind me, we're at Stromberg's underwater lair, Atlantis. Come on then, let's slip inside. I've got your next mission all lined up. Right then, time for your next mission. If level 3 was champagne and silk sheets, level 4 is sharks with lasers. Because next up, it's the villains. Hope you've got your wits about you, because there's no ejector seat this time.
This Bond villain had bionic metal hands. Dr. Julius No from the film Dr. No. A syndicate of assassins seeking revenge for the death of Dr. No. Spectre in the film From Russia with Love. He famously said, "No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die." Auric Goldfinger from the film Goldfinger. This villain wore an eye patch and blackmailed governments with the threat of atomic bombs. Emilio Largo from the film Thunderball. Bond finally comes face to face with his arch enemy. Ernst Stavro Blofeld from the film You Only Live Twice. Blofeld used this oddly paired assassins to kill Vegas comic Shady Tree. Mr. Wint and Mr. Kidd from Diamonds Are Forever. He was a drug lord who sought advice from a tarot reading psychic. Dr. Kananga, aka Mr. Big, from the film Live and Let Die. This villain had a third nipple and challenged Bond to a duel. Francisco Scaramanga, the man with the golden gun. He planned to destroy the Earth from his city beneath the sea. Carl Stromberg, the spy who loved me. He wanted to destroy humanity from his space station. Hugo Drax in Moonraker. This Greek smuggler tried drowning Bond behind his yacht. Aristotle Christados in For Your Eyes Only. An exiled Afghan prince who played backgammon with loaded dice. Kamal Khan, Octopussy. He sought to destroy Silicon Valley. Max Zorin, A View to a Kill. An arms dealer who had a museum of world leaders that looked like himself. Brad Whitaker, The Living Daylights. This cartel drug smuggler was responsible for the deaths of Felix Leiter and his wife. Franz Sanchez, License to Kill. Agent 006 who turned rogue and betrayed Bond. Alec Trevelyan in GoldenEye. This media mogul wanted to start World War III for television ratings. Elliot Carver, Tomorrow Never Dies. This terrorist villain felt no pain from a bullet lodged in his brain. Renard, the world is not enough. This North Korean general turned diamond tycoon. Gustav Graves, die another day. This Bond villain had an eye that bled. Le Chiffre in Casino Royale. This eco-terrorist from Bolivia uses water as a way to control the government. Dominic Green, Quantum of Solace. This cyber-terrorist had a personal vendetta against M. Raul Silva, Skyfall. Franz Oberhauser, who grew up with Bond at Skyfall, turned out to be this villain. Ernst Stavro Blofeld, Spectre. This creepy villain kidnaps Bond's daughter and her mother. Safin, No Time to Die.
Well, hello again. And yes, I am fully aware I'm in outer space without a helmet. I'm a cartoon spy, just go with it. Oh dear, here we go again. Right, looks like we've got company again. Meet me at the space station for your final mission. You made it aboard, good show. Now, time for your final mission, the bonus round. This one's for the true obsessives. 10 questions of Bond lore, stuff you wouldn't hear in a briefing with M. Get 'em right and, well, you'll be as smug as Roger Moore. Let's begin, shall we?
What does EON stand for? Everything or nothing. Name the actors who played Blofeld. Donald Pleasance, Telly Savalas, Charles Gray, and Christoph Waltz. She played a Bond girl twice, The Man with the Golden Gun and Octopussy. Maud Adams. Which Bond film broke a Guinness World Record? Live and Let Die, longest boat jump. Sean Connery does not appear in the gun barrel sequence for the first 3 films. Who is it? stuntman Bob Simmons. While not a world record, what film had a car stunt that did a corkscrew turn mid-air? The Man with the Golden Gun. This actor and Bond villain was actually related to Ian Fleming. Christopher Lee. Name the American actor who played James Bond first. Barry Nelson. Who has sang the most Bond title tracks? Shirley Bassey. What two composers are most responsible for the James Bond sound? Monty Norman and John Barry.
Wow, that was close. Congratulations, Bond expert. Mission accomplished. Well, my darlings, you did it. 5 missions and 100 questions. You certainly know your Bond trivia. Thanks for playing. We'd love it if you would hit that subscribe button and join us every week for new episodes of trivia. For now, I'm off for a much-needed nap. And just like James Bond, rest assured, Miranda Mundy will return.